Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my second time shooting the entire video again because I forgot to turn on my audio. So welcome to our weekly, routine, repetitive second video of conjunctions. And today we're going to be doing our Moon, Venus, Saturn conjunction. And what happens when these three planets are conjunct in your horoscope. And obviously I'm going to pretend like this is a very close conjunction, because most of the time conjunction could be loose. Your Moon, Venus could be at 2, 3, 4 degrees. Then Saturn is at 29 degrees, about to exit your sign. So that's not really going to hold very strongly when we're studying this conjunction. So if you do not know what degrees this conjunction is at, if you have this conjunction, all your other planetary placements and details, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunctions, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So hopefully I can remember the beautiful description that I gave of this conjunction. So what is Moon? Moon is comfort. Moon is the way you think. Moon, what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel nourished. It's your mother. Moon represents home. That feeling of home is what Moon is. Then Venus. Venus is relationships, love, your ability to kind of fall deeply in love with things in your life, whether material or human or anything. How do you react to a relationship is what Venus is. Venus also represents luxury. It's comfort, but on a higher level. It's like cherry on a cake. So if your comfort is in home, having a roof over your head, well, Venus is like air conditioner in the home. Venus is not just feeling happy with your clothes. Venus is that jewelry, the ring, the watch, the chain that you want to wear and show off to other people. So it's not necessarily something that makes you feel really comfortable. It's just something that adds on to your comfort. Whatever adds on to your comfort and makes you feel this illusionary comfort is what Venus is. Because remember, Venus is a teacher, a guru of the devils. Rakshasa, okay? Where Jupiter is the teacher and the guru of the devas. So Venus, the devil gods, devil, as they say, is in the material things, the money, the illusion that we have, the nice cars that we want to drive, where as long as we can go from point A to point B, that's a real comfort and luxury. Everything else, what kind of car you have, what does the car do, what other things that do, these are all like the things that are sold to us. Then you have Saturn. Saturn is practicality, reality. Saturn is your structure that you put in your life, the routine, repetitive work that we do in our life. Saturn represents the unprivileged people, the unprivileged caste, as they say in the classical text. It's servants, it's the working class. That's what Saturn is. So what happens when these three planets are combined? Well, according to my own analysis, over the years, anybody who have had this conjunction, which has been quite rare actually, to have this conjunction, they were all wealthy. Especially when I saw this conjunction happen in the sign of Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius. There was this one other sign. I think it was Leo. These people were somehow either were married to a very wealthy person, or they found wealth themselves through business. So this is actually quite a strong conjunction related to business and merchant and trade. Because remember, Venus is the original lord of the 7th house of business. Saturn receives its full directional strength in the 7th house, meaning what? Digbala in Vedic astrology. And Saturn is the original 10th house ruler of career. So with this conjunction and Moon representing your assets, your home, your vehicles, anything within the home, that's what Moon is. So all these three together makes a person a very brilliant person on how to deal with their assets and how to make money from their assets, to how to make a business dealing. But if we look at this conjunction, besides this factor of money and business, we see that these people are very practical in relationship. And they may come out a bit cold in a relationship. Why? Why do they come out a little bit cold? Because remember, Saturn is a very cold planet. It's the furthest planet away from the sun. You got to lose your logic with the science, and that's what astrology is. Saturn is a cold, dark planet That's why it represents the practical world. You know, when they say, oh, the real world is cold, man, it's Saturn. Now Saturn, the biggest planet in this conjunction, that's another logic you got to apply. What is this planet? This Saturn, wow, this is a huge planet. Venus and Mercury are like, or Venus and Moon are like little dots in front of Saturn. So Saturn is having a majority of the say in this conjunction. So what it shows us, that your ability to find love, relationships, happiness, and comfort in life will depend upon the practicality you bring in this relationship. So it shows that a person is, when they approach relationship, you guys approach relationship in a more of a business manner. Like, what are you doing for me? And what am I doing for you in a relationship? What is the exchange that I'm getting in this relationship? Maybe that's why they end up with very wealthy spouses. They're looking for something. Now, this doesn't mean you're a bad person, you're a good person, or you're going for that material thing or some business reason. No, that is what a relationship is. If you really look at it, if you do not have Venus in Pisces, most of these people live in this fantasy land where there's knight in shiny armor, knight will come on a unicorn horse. That's what Venus in Pisces. They're looking for that absolute perfect thing which does not exist. But here, this person is like, look, life is very real and relationships are very real. Let's be real with each other. So they're not bad. They're saying, I'm giving you something. They're not hiding anything. I'm giving you something, but what are you going to give to me? So fine, I'm making this much money. I have a restaurant. I have this. In a relationship, I'm bringing all these comfort. What are you bringing? So what this can show, that a person may want a lot of sex in return. And this actually, Saturn-Venus combination can actually make a person very sexual in this situation, but also very materialistic as well. Because the mind is now connected to these two planets of luxury, practicality, reality. So the mind becomes more business-like. The emotions are not on the shoulder. They're not like, oh no, I'm in this for the love and you just changed my life. No, this is more like, hey, yeah, let's do this. Let's have this relationship and let's sign the prenup contract and let's do all the things that we need to do. But there's this wanting to, what can you give me in the relationship is what this conjunction brings. Also, you'll find that you are actually attracted to very mature, older people. As much as you like, perhaps even dating younger people, you always somehow end up with somebody much older in age with you, whether you're a male or female. That's because of how, depending upon how close Saturn is to Venus, you will get a much more older and mature spouse in your life. At the same time, the spouse that you will have may become kind of like your mother figure. Not because of the moon that is involved in this conjunction, but because of the fact that the spouse will try to provide structure in your life, some obediences in your life. So they'll be nourishing you, taking care of you, which moon is. Venus is compassion, and Saturn is what? Serving. You will get a servant-like spouse, a subservient spouse, which could be a blessing in a person's life. Like, your spouse takes care of you, make sure that you get the hot meal, make sure you get all the comforts in life. So this is why this conjunction, this is a very unique conjunction. And I would like to know, if you have this conjunction, let me know, how is it that you think, behave in a relationship, and the kind of people that you run into. You can actually leave it in the comment here, because I'm very curious. Because rarely I have come across maybe 11 to 16 or 15 people, by counting, in the past 10, 12 years with this conjunction. And 95% of them were quite wealthy in their life. So if you have this, I'm pretty sure that the survey might stay intact. The percentage might stay intact. You will make money in your life. But especially with this conjunction, you make a better business person than a worker. Because of the things that I told you early on. Venus rules the 7th house. Saturn receives its full directional strength in the 7th house. And the mind is then towards the 7th house energy of Venus and Saturn. So now mind is about, how do I make a trade and business, and how do I get that comfort in life without following any orders. At the same time, this person is very good in their technical arts. So if let's say you want to become a fashion designer, going to electronic arts or using machineries for creative purposes, which could be a photography, like a camera is a machine, you're using it for a creative purpose. So a lot of creativity is seen in these people as well, especially if this conjunction occurs in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, and 11th house, even the 12th house. It can bring quite a bit of, especially the 3rd, 5th, 10th, and 11th house becomes very strong towards attaining a creative technical skill in your life. Okay? But also you got to understand is that these people, with their coldness in relationship, are actually fond of getting married a little late in life. They don't want to settle down. They're very apprehensive about suddenly just committing everything. All right, let's get married. No, they're always feel like, no, I got to make sure that this is a very grounded relationship, because they're more practical about it. They're not that love at first sight kind of thing unless they know they're going to get something huge out of that. But they're more of like, look, I can wait. And usually Saturn is a significator of delay. And because depending upon how close it's conjunct Venus, the significator of marriage, this person is going to get married late. In their either late 20s, but especially like their early to mid 30s. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Moon, Venus, Saturn conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your conjunction is, all the other planetary details, including my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.